beach, and that was really cool, and I used them in my in like some of my film. It's quite ominous to have them like just around the beach and in the water, and they're all at different levels. Like they're all up to different like levels in the beach and in the sea, and that was really cool. However, apart from that, the beach was good. However, it was really filthy. Like the sea was really filthy, and the sea was really filthy, and it was really muddy, and I wanted underwater shots. But even if the GoPro did work, which I've spoken about before, but I'll speak about it later as well. Even if it did work, I probably wouldn't have been able to see much underwater, so it would have been pointless because it would have been so muddy. And also the sand was kind of like quicksand. It was oily underneath, like there was this black sludge right underneath the sand. Like there'd be a layer of like nice sand, and then it would just sink down. And that kind of really sucks. However, it could represent the character's mind and how he's thinking. Like on the outside he's nice and he's fine, but on the inside he's a mess, like the sand. So that's quite cool. The costume Alex had on was like smart casual at home. Like at the apartment scenes it was smart casual because to show that he's been at work and he's got quite a nice job if he can go there smart casual. And however, on the beach it was completely different because it was in his head, and part of me was thinking it could be the same costume. However, it being like beach, why did I do that? It being beach casual in shorts and t-shirt did really work for the character because it's in his mind and that's what he wants to be, not what he is. The shots I used was quite a lot of different mid shots, long shots and establishing shots. I also used point of view shots when he was in the water. Like I gave Alex the camera and he held it up to his eyes and did everything from his point of view, which was really cool. But yeah, I used close-ups of his feet and in the water. I also had shots from, I went to Sunderland and I got some shots of their beach and the lighthouses, the sea, the beach, the seaweed, just random little bits that I thought I could use for the film, and that was quite nice. So it was like the contrast of the kind of dull Formby beach to the bright summer Sunderland beach where it was like the codes and conventions that I used were all about surrealism. For example, juxtaposition, like stuff that shouldn't quite be there. For example, the whole fire bit, pyrotechnics, all happening in his mind, the colour correction and the different transitions, and also the flash that throughout is very kind of random and I want to say surreal. Also I overlaid quite a lot of it, so that's quite cool. I did do many drafts of my final product, my final film, because I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to take it in. So the first one's very different to the last one, and I didn't look at my storyboard because I didn't have it at the time, so I just got the footage and worked out what I would want to do with it and how I would do it, and it hasn't got any sound on. Also, the second draft Kevin helped me with, and Kevin helped me with it, and however I still didn't use the storyboard. Like, it's very different to my storyboard because I wanted like to edit a cat on the beach and it meowing, so it's like what coming out of its mouth would have been like the fire alarm. Right, coming out of its mouth instead of meows would have been the smoke detector, but I didn't do that. I just kind of had it all randomly placed together. It all fit my target audience. My target audience was 15 to 30-year-olds, I think, and it appeals because the character is in that age range and people relate to people in their age range, and the effects are very kind of that age range. Like, I wouldn't expect someone older to quite understand it, or maybe I would. And if it was any younger, they wouldn't understand the whole drug taking thing and how that affects the mind. And it would have been inappropriate for anyone younger than 15 to watch someone take drugs and what's happening in their mind. So time management on this was really bad because at the end of March and beginning of April I had a really big blip in my depression, which set me back a lot because I couldn't bring myself to motivate myself to do work the entirety of April, and I really wasn't confident in my idea because I thought it was rubbish and I didn't know where to go from there. However, when I started voicing my opinions in May about this, people did help. I got a lot of help from everyone, and they helped me getting my idea better and sorting it out and help. But the only thing they couldn't help me was my motivation to actually do it, because I am lazy and depression and anxiety ridden, which means